Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David and this is a deck review. Today we're going to look at the new T-Sword releases from TCC playing cards. All right, the T-Sword playing cards, what are these? These are a deck of cards that's been released from TCC. They can be found at tccplayingcard.com. Okay, you can find out more about them there. This recent release of the T-Swords was a Kickstarter project. Of course, it was successfully funded. These cards are printed from the United States Playing Card Company on their thicker stock. They do have air cushion emboss and they are done with a Q1 quality control. This new set comes in black and wine, and there's a new third set, the Gaff Deck, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So now I have done a review for the black and white decks before. I'll stick a link below in the description so you can go back and watch that. Really the only new thing with this new set is the introduction of the wine deck and the Gaff Deck. And I've talked about gaffs before in the past. I've talked about my philosophy for gaffs, but I'll just kind of reiterate what that is. I believe that gaffs are fun, gaffs are cool, just so long as they remain invisible. You want a gaff card that's going to do work for you. It's a tool in your tool belt, but at the same time, you don't want it to be distracting. You don't want all the attention to go to that. In other words, I don't want someone to pick up a gaff card, look at it and say, I don't believe you made this from magic. I believe this is a card that was printed, right, at a print shop. So I don't want that. I don't ever want to hold up a gaff and say, oh, look at this, isn't this funny? I mean, it has some novelty to it, but I think the novelty wears off once they realize, of course you didn't make that by magic. So I think the better gaffs are the ones that are invisible. Things like double backers, double facers, blank backs, things like that. I think those are the better gaffs because of the fact that they remain invisible. Backs that have multiple backs on them or multiple faces so that it looks like it's multiple cards in a spread, but it's really only one card. Things like that, things that have misdone pips in either end, or cards that are diagonally cut where you have a 9 of clubs up in the corner and a 6 of hearts on the other corner. So it looks one way in one direction and another way in another direction. Cards that are like that, your spectator will never see those. And they're going to help you in your magic tricks do things that would normally be done by sleights or a more difficult move. For instance, if I have even one double backer in my deck, I can do a whole range of tricks that are very easy. And all I have to do is control the double backer and just make sure that I always know where it is. I could do trick after trick after trick. The spectator will never even see that double backer, ever. But it'll enable me to do some pretty amazing effects. But the reason why I'm going to make an argument for these three decks, especially now that the Gaff Deck is included, is just kind of really to punch up maybe some of the magic tricks that you are doing right now. Maybe you want a custom deck. Maybe you've always felt that Gaff decks were a little bit out of your price range, and so kind of want to just give you an overview of what you get with all three decks. Even though you can buy all three decks individually, you can buy them separately. My advice would be just to buy all three. And I would just say right off the bat, if you want to learn some of these tricks that you can do with some of the cards I'm going to show you a little later, I would pick up the Encyclopedia of Card Tricks. Inside that, you're going to find whole chapters devoted to double facers, double backs, and blank face cards. All right, so in addition to the Gaff deck, you're also going to get gaffs inside the black deck and inside the wine deck. And so inside the black deck, you're going to get two cards that are basically the same effect, okay? So you have an ace of hearts with a missing pip in the center, and then you have a queen of hearts with the pip on the back. And basically the premise would be that the spectator selects the queen of hearts, it gets lost in the deck, then you show your ace of hearts as being the card that's going to find their card, and you make the pip slide off or vanish, however you want to do it, and it magically appears on the back of their selection. In the wine color deck, you're also going to get two gaffs. You're going to get a 0 of hearts, which is a little different than an ace of hearts with the pip missing. A 0 of hearts, meaning is 0, right? There's nothing there. And you're going to get a 15 of hearts card, which would make a really good card if you were going to do a split. So you'd split the 15 into two different cards. All right, so those are the cards that come with the black deck and the wine deck. Let's talk about what comes in the Gaff Deck. Now the Gaff Deck is not going to be as complicated, as tricky. You're not going to find any weird printed cards in there. These are all going to be your standard, okay, standard Gaff cards. And a lot of these are bicycle standard, which means it wouldn't even matter if you use these with another deck because they don't have a back design on them. So they're universal for many other bicycle branded cards. In this deck, you're gonna get 24 blank faced cards. You're gonna get 12 black backed, and you're gonna get 12 wine backed. You're also gonna get 6 double backers of each color. So 6 double backed black, 6 double backed wine. And then you're gonna get 6 double faced cards. You'll get 2 cards that are a king and queen on one side, and then on the back, they're just in different cards. And then your next 4 are gonna all be aces. So you're actually gonna get 4 aces in this, and on the back, in different cards. And these will be great for McDonald's aces. You're also gonna get 4 double blank cards. That would be blank on both sides. And sometimes you can use these to make your own cards, to make your own gaffs, or just, have spectators write on them. There's a lot of different things you can do with these. And then lastly, you're gonna get 4 queens that have blank backs. So like I said, a lot of good gaffs in here. They're gonna work great with your wine deck and your black deck. My suggestion is buy all 3 together. Just pull that Band-Aid off, get it over with. They're really inexpensive right now at playingcarddecks.com. You can actually find the black deck and the wine deck for, I believe, $7 a piece, and you can get the gaff and you can get the Gaff Deck for $9. So that's really cheap. Under $10 for a Gaff Deck is really inexpensive, especially when you can use many of those cards in your standard decks, the ones that don't have the backs. But like I said, if you get all 3, you're really gonna get a nice little magic set that you'll be able to do a ton of magic tricks with. I would suggest pick up all 3, head on down to playingcarddecks.com and buy those today. Well, that's pretty much everything I can say about the new T-Sword release, the Black, Wine, and Gaff edition. Like I said, head on down to playingcarddecks.com, buy all 3. I'll see you guys later. Thanks, bye.